Hey guys, welcome back. This is History of Power Rangers Season 1, Episode 14 of my show, but this is about Episode 13. Now, Episode 13 in the original Power Rangers series, actually, before I continue, I should mention this. I am going to, like I said, since the Power Rangers stuff is going to take me a long time to finish, what I'm going to do is in between each series, I'm going to do little side series projects in between, just, to mix it up kind of thing. So I'm going to do, like I said, I was going to do Season 1 of VR Troopers, but not until I get to Season 2 of Power Rangers. I just wanted to get that out of the way. And it'll be the same process. I'll do a lot of projects alongside the Power Rangers stuff, and so on and so forth. I just thought I'd get that out of the way one last time there. Anyway, getting into it, this is History of Power Rangers Season 1, Episode 14 of my show. But this is about Episode 13. And Episode 13 in the original Power Rangers series is known as Peace, Love, and Woe. Now, the reason why it's called that is, it's kind of funny. The reason why it's actually called that is because the monster that the Rangers will fight is a monster known as Madam Woe. So that's where the Woe part of the name comes from. But I just wanted to get that out of the way. Then it goes, anyway, getting into the actual episode, what happens basically is the Rangers are preparing for a dance and stuff at the youth center, and then basically what happens is, they're setting up for the dance at the youth center, and Bulk and Skull kind of cause a ruckus, which messes up the cake. And basically what happens is, after they mess it up with the cake, Ernie tells them that basically they better play by the rules. Don't come back unless they pay for the cake, because they messed the cake up and stuff. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to get that small part there out of the way. Now, I'm going to try to make this a long video. Try to, keyword. I'm going to try to. And then, anyway, while they're preparing for the dance and stuff, basically what happens is, Jason asks Billy if he's thought of anyone special to bring to the dance and stuff. Now this episode actually centers around Billy's character. The reason why I say that is because there's going to be some episodes that focus on different Rangers. In this case, Billy is going to be the focus of the episode. Last episode, the focus was both Kimberly and Billy, because they drank Babu's punk potion. Oh, and now that I've gotten into it, I just remembered something. We're getting close to a 5-part episode in Season 1. So what I'm going to do for you guys is, like I said, what I was going to do YouTube-wise, since it would take too long to do 2 videos at a time for any multi-parter above 2 or 3 parts. What I'm going to do is, if there's ever a 4 or 5 part episode, I'm going to condense it into one long video. I thought I'd mention that one more time, just because we're getting close to the 5-part episode in the first season, so that's why I wanted to mention it. Anyway, basically what happens after that is, Kimberly asks Billy if he's got someone special to take to the dance with him, and he says that he doesn't, besides he's got to work on a project of his. And then Zach tries to give him some tips on it by trying to woo Angela, and then basically it doesn't work out. And then Billy, basically what happens is he bumps into this girl. Now this is another side character who will technically be sort of the main focus. Well, kind of the main focus of this episode. The reason why I say that is because of what's going to happen with Rita and stuff. I just thought I'd get that out of the way. Anyway, continuing on with what I was saying, earlier, bumps into this girl named Marg, and, Billy said that he apologizes profusely. Oh my god, I'm sorry, but that's kind of hilarious. Oh, before I forget, I'm going to backtrack with Rita here, because this is going to lead into what's going to happen with Rita, the monster she's going to use. She said that she's going to summon Madam Woe to defeat the Power Rangers, and then Babu's like, Madam Woe, oh no! I'm just... Sorry, guys, I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to skip back to that part since I kind of jumped it a little bit. I kind of missed it, but I figured I'd jump back since this is going to be the segment of the episode where Madam Woe is introduced. So I jumped back there just because of that. And here's the funny thing. The reason why I jumped back was because, like I said, it's actually a 2-part reason why I jumped back. The first reason was because I sort of jumped ahead, so I wanted to jump back. And the second reason is because of Rita's plan. She tells Madam Woe that one of the Rangers... Anyway, but I'll explain why about Rita's plan when I get back to that. I just wanted to jump back since I missed that. So, again, about that, I'm sorry if I had to backtrack there in the video. I apologize, because I kind of missed it, so I wanted to cover it because I missed it. Anyway, continuing on with what I was saying... Billy tells Marg that he apologizes profusely, and she says that think nothing of it, that neither of them were watching their entry and exit points by the time they arrived. And basically what happened was when Billy bumped into Marg, she accidentally dropped her necklace. Oh my god, and that's kind of going to lead into what's going to happen with this episode with the necklace thing. Now what I mean is, because of what's going to happen with Madam Woe, but I'll get to that part when I get to it. I just wanted to get that out of the way there. Anyway, basically, Marg is basically saying that she's having some trouble keeping the necklace fastened, and that's most likely why it fell. And then it goes into a scene with Rita's character, and then she's contacting... I'm skipping ahead again, I'm sorry. Anyway, then Jason and the others, then Marg explains that she never goes anywhere without her necklace. Her mother gave it to her when she graduated from the Accelerated Baby Geniuses program, and Billy gets ecstatic about that because he graduated from that program as well. So Oh my god, I'm sorry, but that's kind of hilarious. Oh my god. Oh, and now that I've mentioned it about Billy, I just want to mention this one little thing about his character very quickly before I continue. His character will last for like the first half of the Zordon era. Now, what I mean by first half is, I mean from Mighty Morphing until Power Rangers Zeo. So, I just wanted to get that out of the way there. Anyway, continuing on with what I was saying earlier, then the other Rangers want Billy to come to talk to him because they say it's kind of an emergency. And then Jason said to ask Marg to the dance, and he said that, oh, that's an emergency. And then basically, what happens is, Marg and Billy make up this date plan where they want to discuss the weather machine and stuff. And basically, now that I got into that part, now I'm gonna get back into with Rita's character. She contacts Madam Woe, and she tells Madam Woe that her crown jewel has the ability to send the Rangers into an alternate dimension. And she tells her that one of the Rangers will be there at like 4 o'clock. So she wants Madam Woe to use her crystal to trap one of the Rangers. Now that the reason why I jumped to that was because I'm getting close to where that scene happens. And then basically, Marg basically shows up where Billy was supposed to. But, then, basically what happens is, because Marg showed up at the location first, Madam Woe, thought that she was one of the Power Rangers, so she uses her jewel to trap Marg in an alternate dimension. And then Rita's like, I can't understand you. I told you to get the Power Ranger, not the girl. Well, and then Billy later shows up at the location, and then he finds that Marg isn't there, but he finds her necklace. And then basically what happens is he gets attacked by putties, and then he contacts Jason and the others, and they go over to where he is. And this is the funniest part of the episode to me. Couple of seconds in the episode, couple of minutes or so after he contacted them, they just showed up at the location. I just found that kind of funny. Oh my god. Oh, that's hilarious. So hilarious. Oh, I'm sorry, but that's kind of hilarious, guys. And then, after they scare off the putties, Billy says that he thanks them, but it seems their troubles aren't over. And then Jason wonders why, and Billy says that it's Marg. She never reached the destination at the predetermined time they allotted to, which in a sense is saying that she didn't show up as planned. But then Billy says that it's not exactly. Evidently she did show up, but all he found was her necklace, which is kind of true because Madam Woe thought Marg was the Blue Ranger, so she trapped her in an alternate dimension kind of thing. Anyway, basically what happens after that is the Rangers contact Zordon, and he has them teleport to the command center. And basically what happens is Billy asks Zordon what he knows about Marg's disappearance. And he says that their suspicions are correct. Rita is responsible. She set a trap to capture Billy and ended up capturing Marg instead. And then Billy said that it's his fault but it's not really his fault because he didn't know that Rita had sent a monster. So, he didn't know Rita had sent a monster to capture him, and Marg showed up at the location. So technically, it's not really his fault because it's not really. But I understand the whole thing, you know. Anyway, continuing on. Rangers are consoling Billy after that, and then basically what happens is Zordon tells the Rangers that they have to be careful because they face a powerful foe, and he tells them to turn their attention to the viewing globe, and he tells them about Madam Woe. Now, the reason why the monster is called Madam Woe is because she brings destruction to everything and anything she touches, basically. And they're wondering how to defeat her, and then Zordon says by combining their Ranger coins, any one of them can assume the powers of all 5, which is pretty cool. So Billy decides to be the one to do it, which kind of makes sense, because this episode kind of focuses around his character. Anyway, then they morph into their Ranger forms, and then they battle Madam Woe after she traps them in the alternate dimension. Well, technically them getting captured is part of their plan, because in order to get Marg out, they have to get captured themselves. And then they use the 5 power coins to transfer the power to Billy so he can fight Madam Woe on his own, and basically Madam Woe transports her and Billy to an alternate dimension again where he fights her alone, and he manages to get his hands on her crown jewel and breaks it, which sets the other Rangers and Marg free. But before they're set free from it, one of the Rangers is telling, I think it's Zach's character, he's telling Marg that once they exit the dimension, just stay clear and let them handle the rest. And then basically what happens after that, now this is one of those times where Rita doesn't make the monster grow, because there's a couple episodes in this series where she doesn't make it grow, and there's some where she does. I just wanted to get that out of the way there. Anyway, continuing on with what I was saying, the Rangers then managed to defeat Madam Woe by using the Power Blaster. And then before she's destroyed, she says, "Woe is me!" Oh my god. Because she's known as Madam Woe, so woe is me. It's kind of a joke, kind of like a pun kind of thing. Oh my god. And then the monster is destroyed. And then Rita gets upset that she lost again. And then it goes into, the scene with the Rangers where they're back at the dance, and Bulk and Skull are in hiding wearing disguises because they don't want Ernie to find them, because Ernie told them that he didn't want them to come back without paying for the cake. But then he finds them and stuff, and then basically what happens is Billy said that he was really disappointed that Marg didn't show up at the point in time where she was supposed to, and she said that she was worried too until she saw the Power Rangers, and she says about the Blue Ranger, and then she said that she's partial to Blue, and she had a kind of connection with him, but of course, in the series, the Rangers can't tell them that they're Rangers, so and then after Ernie finds Bulk and Skull, he says that cake cost him money he owes them, so he's gotta pay for it, so Bulk's gotta pay for it, and he says he'll get Ernie's money, but first he has to go to the bank, which technically is a dirty sock, so he gives Ernie the money that should pay for the cake, and then Ernie splits into another cake that he had, and he said that, Jason said that it's not that time to eat cake just yet, and then And then Ernie says that he's got to work up an appetite. Let's dance. Well, but before I finish the video, I just want to mention this. Remember when I talked about the scene where Marg got captured? She dropped her necklace. Well, Billy basically returns her necklace. And like I said, I just wanted to get into that part since I kind of skipped it a little. Anyway, then Jason said that they got to work up an appetite. And Ernie says that they got to work up an appetite because it's still a little too early for cake and stuff. So he has them dance. And then basically, that's where this episode stops. So if you guys like this video on YouTube when I post it today, well actually I'll try to post it today, and if not, I'll post it tomorrow instead. So if you guys like this video today when I post it on YouTube, just give it the real best you guys can. And I'll see you guys probably tomorrow for the next video. So until next time, like I always tell you with this series, may the power protect you always.